Son, all I gotta say is that shit was fucking crazy, son. That shit was fucking crazy, son. Now, there's a reason why I said day one we there. There's a reason why I said that shit, because I knew that shit was going to be crazy. I knew that shit was going to be fire. And I ain't never wrong about that shit.
Man, I am speechless.
I ain't never wrong about that shit. From beginning to fucking end, that shit was crazy, son.
That's the crazy part.
That shit was crazy.
It's like, you enter the theater, you watch the previews, the movie comes on.
Yeah.
It starts off with it's just ridiculous.
Motherfuckers was getting stretched, like, at the beginning of the fucking movie.
That's what I'm saying.
5 minutes into the movie, boom, 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 shit was going down. Shit was crazy.
At first, it started off it was about 2 seconds of being
slow.
It was
like 2 seconds.
On some Mission Impossible
shit.
Yeah. The area. Next thing you know, shit is blowing up, ass is being kicked. I'm like, yo, this shit is beautiful, man.
Bucky was a G from beginning to end. He was a fucking G.
Look at my shirt.
I mean, that still don't mean you him. I mean, it's a cool shirt, though, but that's as far as it goes. I mean, I'm glad you got the shirt on, though, but that's as far as it goes. Anyway, he was a G throughout the whole fucking movie, son. He was stretching motherfuckers with no remorse. Even when he wasn't mind control, he was still a G.
See, and that's what I'm saying. He was a G when he wasn't under mind control. Yeah. He was a G under mind control.
So he could be a G no matter what. You fuck with his mind, he a G. He cool, he a G. Like, that shit is just crazy.
That's what I'm saying. So how do you defeat something like that? You can't.
You can't, really.
And him and Black Panther, that fight.
Yo,
oh my
son,
gosh.
let me talk about Black Panther for a second, son. His first time on screen, he a fucking badass. Son.
Yup.
Black Panther is a fucking G, son.
So this is the thing. This was his MO. So you take a piece of Black Panther's heart.
Yeah.
And he basically tells Tony Stark and he tells Captain America, don't get in my way.
Yeah.
Bucky is mine.
Yeah, that nigga's mine.
That nigga's
you
mine.
get in my way, I'm gonna fuck you up too.
Fuck everybody
That's
up.
pretty much how it go. I mean, that's how real G's do it, though. That's how real G's do it.
How about when he took his helmet off and the cops pulled him?
Yo.
That was some gangster shit.
He just smooth with it. Like, yeah, y'all know, you know who I am. You know what time it is. Like, I mean, like, he wasn't scared about nothing. He's like, yeah, y'all know who I am.
And it's crazy because he didn't even care to hide who he was. He said, fuck this shit.
First
I want you to see.
First of all, his suit was fucking crazy.
Oh my god.
His suit was fucking crazy. His nails was fucking crazy. The shit we saw in the trailer, that wasn't nothing compared to what he was doing in the movie, son.
You know, I owe you an apology.
Yeah. I told you.
An apology.
The shit that was in the trailer was like the first 20 minutes of the movie, and that's it. They didn't show none of the real shit. Because a lot of shit went down, son. A lot of shit went down, and nobody even knew that shit was going to happen.
That was freaking amazing. They showed... They gave us multiple trailers, but they didn't even cover half of the movie.
Yeah,
that movie gave you so many other memorable scenes.
From beginning to end, I was there. Like, my eyes was like this the whole fucking time. Like, what's going to happen next? What's going to happen? Yeah. Yo, that shit was better than Avengers, son.
It was.
This shit was like a mini Avengers movie, son.
It outdid the Avengers.
It outdid it completely.
It was its own movie.
Outdid it completely. Now, Winter Soldier was probably my favorite Marvel movie.
It was mine.
Yeah.
You know it was mine.
Yeah.
That's why I turned into
That's
Bucky.
why you turned to Struggle Soldier. I understand
No,
that.
nigga.
That's
Bucky.
why you turned... Nah, nigga, Struggle Soldier. That's why you try to do that shit. I understand that shit.
Okay,
but, yo, this outdid Winter Soldier even. I didn't think that shit was possible, son, because Winter Soldier was crazy.
No. You know what part I didn't think was possible? I didn't think this movie would outdo the fighting scenes that were in Winter Soldier.
Son, yo, the fight... Let me talk about this for a second, son. The fighting in this movie, nigga, was fucking next level. Mm-hmm. Black Panther was getting Spider-Man.
Young ass Spider-Man. He was getting
this nigga like 12 years old whooping ass, son.
Whooping ass.
How you do that? How you grow up like he must have grown up in the hood or some shit. He went through some struggles and shit. And he was only
Queens.
Yeah, Queens. Like New York got some crazy ass niggas and shit.
Time out. Hold up before we go any further. Can we talk about anime?
Oh shit, Aunt May bad in the motherfucker, yo. Since when was Aunt May that fine?
Fucking never.
Yo,
Marvel said we're gonna do
son.
what we want to do. Aunt May was.
She was fine, son. She was fine. Like she came on screen. I was drooling, for real.
Me too.
For real,
Shit,
I was drooling, son.
Tony Stark was too.
Man. She was crazy.
That was extreme.
But yo, Spider-Man was a fucking G. This nigga was only Spider-Man 6 months in the movie, and he was whooping ass like that, son.
Yep, he got that one visit.
Soon as Tony hooked him up with the badass next level suit, boom, game time.
And they gave him a lot of screen time.
I didn't think he was gonna have that much screen time.
He had a whole bunch.
He was like the main event in the fight. Yo, he was doing some crazy shit. He fought everybody.
That's
he held his own. He held his own.
See, Marvel needs another round of applause because for them to have that many characters in a movie, and for them to give every person that amount of time,
everybody got their shine.
Even Ant-Man.
Everybody, Ant-Man, son.
Ant-Man.
Ant-Man. You know how hype I get about Ant-Man, son. You know how hype I get about Ant-Man.
I still don't know why you get hype about Ant-Man.
My nigga Scott Lang, son. Don't disrespect Scott Lang. Put some respect on his name, son. Yo. Ant-Man was a fucking G. And the shit he was doing, he did some crazy shit that they didn't even show in the other movies, son.
Hold on. How about this shit?
He said, give me a minute. Back the fuck up.
Back the fuck up.
Yo, how you turn the Godzilla like that, son? How you turn the Godzilla like that, yo?
It went from Civil War to James and the Giant Peach.
Yeah, exactly.
It was just like, what the fuck?
He said, I'm going to try this shit real quick. Hold up. Boom. Yo, I was speechless, son.
I think everybody was.
I didn't expect.
I didn't know his plan was.
Yo, I didn't know what he was going to do. I thought maybe he was going to grow small, try to go to subatomic realm, some crazy shit. He said, nah,
That's
fuck
what
that.
I thought.
Fuck that. I'm going to do some crazy shit. He did some crazy shit.
He did the opposite.
The opposite. Yo, everybody got their shine. Yo, Black Panther was a beat. His fighting scene was crazy. Yo, he was doing some kind of martial arts I ain't never even seen.
But look, that wasn't even the regular martial arts that I'm used to seeing in movies. When he kicked, it was always a double kick.
Yeah, he like made some new shit up. Like
exactly.
Yo,
it wasn't. It was never. There was never a time in a movie where one foot kicked your ass.
Nah,
there was another foot.
He always did like 3-4 kicks back to back.
It was like
no fucks given. Yo, he was stretching motherfuckers. Yo, he was kicking bones out of bodies.
People, I don't know if everybody paid attention to it because it wasn't that important to him, but he scarred the shield.
Yeah. He said, get the shit out of my way. Boom. That shit had fucking 5 scratches throughout the whole movie, son.
And it stayed on his shield.
It stayed on the shield.
I know Cap was shook.
Vibranium. I told you them claws were strong as shit. I told you them shit was strong as shit.
Honestly, I thought you were bullshitting about the suit.
Them fucking vibranium claws ain't nothing to fuck with. They ain't nothing to fuck with. Yo, son. Black Panther was a G. Spider-Man was a G. Ant-Man was a G. Black Widow was a fucking G. Yo.
Scarlet Witch was a fucking...
Oh, my God. Scarlet Witch. Yo, tell me why she fucking beat Vision's ass all the way down to China, son.
She bent them backwards, sent him to China.
She sent this nigga to China.
No, she's an EFG. Like, I mean, she's...
Yo, how do you go through levels of floors like that? Like, yo, she sent this nigga to China,
as strong
son.
As he is.
This nigga's strong as shit, yo.
Oh, I forgot. They even threw Hawkeye up in the fucking...
Oh, yeah, Hawkeye.
Took him out of retirement.
Hawkeye, he came back like, all right, let me do this shit real quick. And he was, he disabled Vision for a little bit so Scarlet Witch could get the fuck out of there. Like, he was a G, too.
They threw him in there.
Yeah, he was a G.
Who else? Are we forgetting anybody? Captain America
damn
near killed Iron Man. He put his foot in his ass.
I mean, shit was getting kind of real, but that's because Bucky had disabled all his shit, so Iron Man wasn't fighting with 100%.
Got you. So there were so many shortages. But got you.
He wasn't at 100%, and he was double teamed, my nigga, though. But he still held his own. He was still doing his own shit. Shit was crazy, though.
Bucky 1-on-1 with him, kicks his ass.
He ripped this nigga's arm the fuck off, yo. Yo, his metal arm got taken the fuck off, son. But Bucky, Iron Man ain't nothing to fuck with, son.
I think Bucky became sleepy at one point.
He wasn't sleepy. He was trying to whoop that ass. He was trying to defend himself because some crazy shit. Yo, son, I didn't expect that twist for Winter Soldier to be the one that took his parents out, yo.
Yeah.
I didn't expect that shit.
Honestly,
when I saw that shit, I got kind of emotional. So I'm like, damn, that shit's fucked up. Whoop his ass, Iron Man.
I'm glad you didn't start crying.
I ain't see that shit coming. I mean, I was close. My eyes started getting a little cloudy, but I'm like, nah.
I know. That's why I chose the seat.
Let me hold it back. I'm a G. I can't, I can't show emotion like that. I mean, the whole movie already got me emotional, but I can't show them emotion, son.
I know. That's why I can't show them over the seat.
I'm like, yo, that shit was wild, yo.
Man, that
shit was wild.
They gave us everything.
Yo.
They gave us everything. That fucking prison that they had in there.
Oh, the fucking raft with the fucking prison in the middle of the sea and shit.
The middle of the fucking sea.
Yo. That shit was crazy, man. Like, honestly, I don't find no fault with the movie. I don't find no fault.
You can't. The storyline was good.
The fighting scenes was good.
The villain that they chose.
Yeah, the villain was crazy.
I mean, he wasn't major.
Yo, but this nigga was a master manipulator,
exactly.
Son. On some House of Cards shit. This nigga was a master manipulator.
That's what I'm saying. For him to have, he said he studied basically the whole group. And you heard what he said? He said, I'm going to rip this group
from the inside out. From the inside out. He said, I ain't going to kill you. I'm going to make y'all fight each other. And y'all ain't going to trust each other again. Yep. And y'all go, all that friendship and trust is going to be gone. He destroyed that shit, son. Yo, master manipulator, son. Master manipulator.
Look, I am overwhelmed right now. I'm trying to make sure I'm not forgetting anything because But you know, at the end of the day, I have to be honest. I see where Tony Stark was coming from.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
I still don't fuck with him, and I still don't agree with him all the way. But I understand why he was being such a bitch ass nigga.
He wasn't being a fucking bitch. Fucking Captain America, he's still living in that fucking bubble and shit. He don't know how shit's supposed to go and shit. Motherfuckers out there dying. The reason why the villain did all this shit, because his peoples got killed by what they was doing.
That hurt.
So many people got fucking stretched and shit. Like, motherfuckers was dying left and right. So they said, nah, fuck that. Yeah, motherfuckers got fucking wiped out.
But
shit was crazy.
But you know what? If we really have to talk about a major scene, let's talk about the airport face-off.
Oh, shit.
When everybody said, fuck it, we have to fight.
Yo, son, that shit was some next level fighting. That was some next level, because everybody was doing everything. They was doing tag team moves.
Yeah.
That shit, son, that shit was crazy, man. And Spider-Man was funny as shit the whole time.
Funny as shit.
He was funny as shit the whole time. That nigga playing Spider-Man, he got my vote.
Like, he was just, I don't know what
that nigga named Tom Holland or whatever. He a fucking gangster for playing that shit like that, son. Yo, but my nigga Stan Lee, though. My nigga showed up at the end as the FedEx driver.
When we least expected it, man.
Yeah. I was a little worried because I ain't seen him in the shit. I'm like, yo, where is he at? Because he was in Deadpool and shit. He was in the strip club doing
in the beginning.
Doing his thing and shit. So I'm like, all right, yeah, he gonna be in everything. I ain't seen him. Then boom, at the end he showed up with the line on me. Called him with Tony Stank.
Tony Stank.
Tony Stank. He dropping one-liners and
with
shit.
With the Don Cheadle, he said, man, the name's gonna stick like that.
Yeah,
that shit was beautiful.
Yeah, that shit was crazy.
I'm sitting there the whole time like, damn, this is the first time I'm not gonna see Stan Lee
again. Yeah, I was a little worried. I'm like, yo, where you at? Then he was at so the movie really had everything. So every part of the movie was perfect. Even the Stan Lee cameo was perfect. Yep. Everything.
10 out of 10.
Yeah.
No, 11 out of 10.
Yeah, you know what? I was going to say 9.5 out of 10, but you know what? Fuck that. 10 out of 10.
Yeah, why would you give it anything short of perfect?
I don't know. I'm tripping right now. Like, I'm so excited I can't even think straight. So, yeah, it's a definite 10 out of 10 in my book. Day 1, we was there. Day 2, I'm going to be there. Day 3, I'm going to be there. Day 3, I'm going to fucking be there. I'm seeing that shit like 3 more times, son. I'm seeing it like 3 more times.
Look, I'll see it again because it was a beautiful film.
Hell yeah, it was a beautiful fucking film.
After the second time, I'm waiting until the DVD comes
out.
You're not doing the same shit you did with the
get the fuck out of here,
with
son.
the previews.
Nah, fuck that. Look, when the fucking DVD come out, I'm getting the Blu-ray. I'm getting the special edition Blu-ray box, metal, whatever the fuck that shit come in.
I'm
watching that shit over and over again, but I'm seeing that shit at least 3 times in the theater, son. Because my niggas was leaving comments. They was like, yo, you need to see that shit a couple more times so, you know, you catch everything and make sure you pay attention. So that's why I paid attention. I kept my eyes open. I said I want to catch everything. And I think I caught everything. But just in case, I'm going to see this shit a couple more times.
But you know what? There can only be so much that you miss because this movie made sure you understood.
It don't matter.
You're right.
The shit was perfect. So I want to see it again.
It was perfect.
That shit was wild.
Damn, that shit was crazy.
It's easy 10 out of 10. Like,
and how about this? They did what a lot of other movies don't do.
What?
They even mentioned Thor in the Hulk.
Yeah.
And I'm happy they did that because they didn't just act like they were characters who didn't exist because they weren't in this film.
But the crazy part is, even though Hulk and Thor weren't in the shit, I didn't even miss them.
Nobody did.
I didn't even miss them.
Nobody did. There was so much other shit going on.
I really didn't even mind that they weren't in the shit. This shit was just fucking crazy, yo. This shit was wild. That shit was fucking wild. Yo, it's an easy 10 out of 10 in my book, man.
10 out of 10.
I love that fucking movie, yo.
It was perfect.
That shit was worth the wait. Yo, Marvel turned me to a fucking crack addict, and it's fine because it was worth it. Like, I got my fix, and it was worth it.
Niggas, what?
I got my fix, and it was worth it.
What the fuck is fine about you being addicted to...
Because it's fucking Civil War, so that's understandable.
No, it is not.
It's understandable. It's Civil War.
No. Look,
life-changing event.
You get high off this Marvel shit, and I don't blame you, but you, when you get high... You mess up my life.
It don't matter, man.
You call me 80 times a day saying we need to watch this preview. I'm glad that shit is over.
It don't matter.
Don't call me tomorrow saying yo, we need to go to the theater again to see it the second time.
Son, all I'm telling you is when Infinity War start and we start getting them trailers, it's gonna be the same shit again, son. So I hope you're ready for this shit. I hope you're ready for this shit, because this shit gonna be wild,
kiss
son.
My ass. I ain't doing that shit again.
Nigga, we gonna be there.
I'm gonna watch the movie as many times as possible. Be there. We gonna watch I'm not watching the trailers.
We're gonna watch some trailers,
if they drop 60 trailers, I'm not watching 59. I'm watching 30 of them.
Nigga. You watching them shits. You were watching them.
You have a problem.
Because this shit's gonna be just as good as this was, man.
You really have a problem.
Yeah, I got a fucking problem. I already told you. It don't matter, though. Civil War was crazy. It was worth the fucking problem. It was worth it. Everything I went through, them fucking nights without sleep, waking up in cold sweats, that shit was worth it, son. That shit was worth it.
Did you even realize what you were doing during the movie?
Fuck no, because I was so fucking amped and I was so on that shit.
At one point, you were standing up in the theater.
Clapping, because that shit was fucking crazy.
No, before you started clapping, you would just stand there as if you were ready to fight with them.
Yeah, because the shit was crazy. Why wouldn't I be? You wasn't?
No, I was hyped, but everybody else was looking at you like, why the fuck are you standing up?
Y'all was fucking tripping. Like, I knew what was going on.
You stand up at the end of the movie, you give it a
I stand up the whole time.
That's
like,
the problem!
I would have stood up the whole 2.5 fucking hours. I don't give a fuck.
That was embarrassing.
It doesn't fucking matter.
I had to walk out with you after that.
It don't matter, son. It don't matter. That shit was crazy, and that shit was worth all that shit, son. That shit was worth all of that. This is the easiest 10 out of 10 I ever gave any movie, son.
Who stands during the movie unless they need to use the restroom?
I do.
You just randomly stood up during the movie.
Matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't fucking matter. It's a civil war. We allowed to do whatever the fuck we want because this shit is game changing. Next level shit.
There was somebody sitting behind you that couldn't see.
Well, then he had to fucking move his head or some shit. It don't matter.
He did. He moved his
good.
seat.
Then what's the problem?
It was embarrassing.
Look, I don't want to hear all that shit, man.
Look, the movie was good.
I don't want to hear all that
shit.
The
movie was very good.
Hell yeah.
But I am really reconsidering taking you with me to see any film again.
Well,
that was so fucking embarrassing.
Well, look,
man.
if you don't know how to deal with the shit, then I don't know what to tell you.
I don't
know what to tell you.
I've never went with someone who stands up during a movie randomly,
well,
man.
Because we never saw something like Civil War. No movie was worth standing up. Civil War is worth standing up the whole fucking time. So all I gotta say is day one we was there. I'm gonna see it a couple more times, and that should get a 10 out of 10 for me.
Nigga, you stood up during the Notebook.
10. Don't fucking matter. Shit was emotional, son. It don't matter. Why we talking about Notebook? This shit ain't Marvel. Keep Notebook's name out your mouth. That shit was a personal.
I'm done. The movie was good. That's all I need to say.
Yeah.
I'm
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
10 out of fucking 10.
Other than you standing the fuck up, that movie was fucking perfect.
Fuck out of here, son.
You need to sit your ass down, but that movie was fucking perfect.
Fuck you, nigga.
I need everybody to go and see that movie.
Go see that fuck. Yo,
grandmothers, grandfathers.
If there's
aunts,
anybody that
uncles,
hasn't seen that
nephews,
shit, I don't know
nieces.
why the fuck you waiting. You better go see that shit, yo. I'm telling. I'm going up to niggas on the street like, you seen that Civil War? You seen that Civil War? You ain't see the Civil War? Get your ass over there and see Civil War.
Please don't tell anybody to get their ass anywhere.
Watch me do that.
Please don't demand anyone to get. Don't do it to random people.
Watch me do that. Watch me do that shit. Watch me.